Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sam and welcome finally to my June TBR. It is a little bit late. I was wrapping up all my Escape the Readathon content before we jumped in to the amazing readathon this month. And now here we are, a little late and having to take a few punishments. I truly read so many books in the month of May and somehow I still did not complete my TBR. I read 3 out of the 7 books I was supposed to read. Whoops, my bad. So today we will be playing my TBR game. We're going to pull some punishments, curate something great for the amazing readathon, which has already started. So I will leave everything down in the description for you to check it out. Bree is hosting it and putting it on for, I want to say the 3rd year. Also my 3rd year participating. I'm very excited. And yeah, let's just jump into the TBR. First things first, we're going to go through and I'll let you know what things I did end up reading. So I did read my first punishment from last month, which was to read Mirage, and I did. And I also read my book with a weapon on the cover, and I read my book that started a new series, which I finished literally last night, and I'm counting it as a win. And it was 5 stars. It was great. The Road of Bones, beautiful. So now we can start fresh slate, I say, with so many things on the board still. So I will be losing some tokens, which means I will not be buying a special book anytime soon. And I will also be pulling a punishment. So I think only fair we get the punishment out of the way. I will be pulling one because I did read some of the TBR and not all of it. So I will spend some tokens and then, oh no, national holiday. Okay, national holidays in June. First thing that's jumping out at me is Monday, June 16th. It's Bloomsday. And what better book to read than Bloom by Delilah S. Dawson? Perfect. I could not have wished for something better. A couple of other things that are happening. International Sushi Day, National Dairy Month, National Skincare Day. Obviously, we have Pride happening this month. We've got Indigenous Heritage Month, and we also have Juneteenth in June. A lot going on. My mom's birthday's in June. Many birthdays in June. So, a lot going on. Ugliest Dog Day. National holidays are so fun and so silly. The first book that I'll be putting on this TBR will be Bloom by Delilah S. Dawson. I really don't know a lot about this. It is a, I believe, adult queer horror novella following 2 women who meet in a farmer's market. And I think one of them becomes kind of obsessed with the other, and I think they kind of start dating or something. Not entirely sure. I am excited to check this one out. It's been on my radar for quite some time, so officially putting it on the TBR will feel better. I'll keep putting it off if I don't, so great. All right, let's draw my hand. And the first thing I'm going to draw for my hand is a gifted book. Got a few of those. We've got read a book that has been adapted. We have a book that starts with the first letter of your name. And finally, we have treat yourself. Oh, I love that. All right, kicking it off. Let's move over. Let's take 2 little tokens. I can play a card or I can play an effect card. So let's get an effect card first. Participate in a readathon. Wow. It's almost like my game knows that the amazing readathon is happening right now as we speak. I think we're on leg 3 at the time of me filming this. So yeah, I will be participating in that all month. I also have Bookymon just always going on in the background. I believe that is all that I'm doing this month, just because Escape I went pretty hard. This month I'm going like half hard. So we'll see how it goes for me, but fun. Okay, now I get to play a card to pick my first book of this portion of my TBR. So if we're being honest, the first thing I kind of want to play is the book that's been adapted, and I really think that this month should be the month that I pick up Murderbot. It is on my 12 Friends Recommend 12 Books. It is short, it's novella. I'm pretty sure it's queer and it's sci-fi. It's like a mix of cozy and not cozy depending on who you ask, it seems. Obviously lots of murder and robots and whatnot, but I am intrigued by the series. I don't know how much I'm going to love it. I don't really know a lot about it either, but Apple TV, I believe, has adapted it into a TV show. Not sure if it's out yet or not, but I know a lot of people are excited for it, and the series is pretty large, so I think this is one I want to get into. I'm rolling in the novellas, apparently, this month. I'll take it. Okay, drawing my hand back up to 4. A national holiday or theme. Wow, I promise you I shuffle these things. And then I don't, like, I separate them. I'm gonna move over here, take another token, play another effect card, which is to watch an adaptation. Okay, well, I don't have Apple TV, so I couldn't watch that. Although maybe, I don't want to see it in theaters. So it has to be streaming to do this, but Clown in a Cornfield has been adapted into a teenage slasher movie, and I really do enjoy the series as like a whole. The first book is probably my favorite of them. I am interested in how the adaptation works. I hear that there's a lot of humor in it, and it just seems like up my alley for a slasher movie. I don't watch a lot of horror, but this could be a really fun one. Now, picking the next thing, honestly, I think we just have to go with Treat Yourself. I think I have to be nice to myself. It's Tar. I have very little control of when I can read certain things based off when the prompts are dropped and when the sightseeing prompts are released. So I think having a mood read this month will be nice. I have so many options. I have a list in front of me. It's just so many options of books that I need to get to and want to read. So I don't know if I'm gonna solidly. I don't know if I'm gonna solidify a book in here that I'm like hardcore gonna stick to. I think for this, because last month I read Thrown in the Dark because of my TBR game. It had been sitting on my shelf for a while, and so I think I'm gonna pick up the sequel, Summoned to the Wilds, because I really want to read this one. I had such a blast. I think Thrown in the Dark might be in my top 10 books of the year so far. I have not had a lot of luck with my top 10 of the year, so it's something special when we get to this kind of closeness, but I really enjoyed it. I laughed. It was a really delightful time. I really enjoyed the world building. I really enjoyed the characters. It is a rom-com romantasy, and it's very funny. It's like kind of satire on a lot of the popular tropes like the grumpy sunshine. I adore it. I'm really excited to continue in the series. It's a trilogy. I'm pretty sure it's complete. And then there's like 2 spin-off books in the world. So I would really like to get to them all this year if possible. So I think tentatively this mood read will be Summoned to the Wilds. Drawing my hand back up, read a hardcover book. Oh, we love easy prompts. So I think I'm gonna just move over here, take another token. I can play 1 card, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna play the hardcover. I think that makes the most sense to me. I have the perfect book in mind. I just have to go grab it. So the book for hardcover I'm gonna go with is Faithbreaker by Hannah Ganner. This is the 3rd book in the God Killer trilogy. I think this is gonna conclude everything. I'm not sure how I feel about that yet, but this is the stunning Illumicrate special edition. They've all been 4 stars for me, so not like all-time favorite series ever, but a series that I can rely on and always am just comfortable and happy with. One of the prompts this year for the Amazing Readathon, Brie kind of gave us the main prompts rather than the sightseeing prompts, and we don't know when they're going to drop, but we kind of have tentative TBRs, if you will. And this is my tentative TBR for the celestial or godly word in the title. So Faith, of course. God Killer is all about, I believe, 5 characters that kind of come together by different circumstances. And this is a world where gods are being killed. Gods have been destructive and, you know, less needed, have just kind of been turned on because of the cruelty that they've caused. And so there are, I don't remember any character's name, but one of our characters, Kissin? I believe Kissin is a god killer, and she kills like lesser gods and has a vendetta against the old patron of her like coastal village, the god of the ocean or something. She's got like a vendetta against him, and the fire one, and like it's messy. And then we also have Elo, who is kind of a love interest, if you will, and he is friends with the king, and the king is like up to no good. And then there's this girl Inara, and she's younger, and she is friends with and she is friends with Sketty, who is the minor god of white lies. I really love meddling gods. It's one of my favorite tropes in books, and so I just really enjoy this world and having the element in play of so many gods and different faiths, and like which god you would choose even if you like believe in all of them. I think that's really interesting to ponder, and I also just am really excited to see how this concludes with the way that the 2nd book left off. It's definitely changing focus a little bit on who I guess you could say the big bad is, but I am really excited to get to this one, so I'm happy to officially put it on the TBR. Excited to finish that series. The next card going in my hand is a book that I have low expectations for. Oh, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to move over 1, collect 2 more tokens, pull another effect card, which will be have a favorite snack. Oh, perfect. I love the snack. And I'm going to play the recently drawn card, which is Love Expectations. Now, I'm sure you've seen it. I'm sure you've heard of it. Watermoon by Samantha Soto Yambao. woof. People don't like this book. This book is said to be similar to a Studio Ghibli. It's got like that whimsy and magic, and the biggest complaint people have with this, it seems, is that it does not take place in the pawn shops nearly as much. This daughter of a man who owns a pawn shop where people kind of stumble upon it when most needed, and they can sell their, I believe, regrets. They can sell their deepest regrets, and then one day she finds that her father is missing, the place is completely destroyed, and this guy walks in and decides to help her, and I don't really know a lot more than that, but a lot of people say that the romance is quite insta-lovey, but just like also not very well developed, and that it's kind of just a mystery in the sense of like they're chasing after what happened to her father rather than being in the pawn shop. I think if that was more of the focus, people would probably enjoy this a little bit more, but I'm still really willing to try it because the way that the magic is talked about really intrigues me, and I know some people have enjoyed this, so maybe I'll be one of the few, but I don't have high expectations, but I'm hoping that I am one that likes it, you know? That's kind of the goal with this book. She's such a freaking pretty book. I have many copies of this, so I'm hoping that I enjoy it, or I will be selling copies. But another thing that I want to talk about with the magic system is just apparently like they can like transport through puddles and stuff, and like the little origami boats are ways of transportation, I think. That fascinates me. I think that the magic system of this sounds so cool, and I think that alone could carry the book for me if it's written well. So low expectations, yet also high hopes that I will like it, you know? And this also works perfect for Tark because one of the prompts is to read a book that has low ratings that you think you might like. So Water Moon, I hope for the best. I really do. And the last time drawing my hand up, read a paperback. Wow, I need to shuffle this afterwards because this was not great. So I'm gonna move my little cactus over, take one more token, pull my last effect card, which is to draw fan art inspired by a book. Okay, fun. I really gotta get better at setting time aside to do some artistic things. But of course, I'm going to play a book that starts with the first letter of your name. Hello, my name is Sam, if you don't know, which starts with the letter S. And I'm going to be reading Silver Elite by Danny Francis, pen name for an author we don't know. I don't think I'm going to like this. I don't think this will be for me, but I really want to read this to draw comparisons to Fourth Wing, which I loved, and I also really want to talk about the writing and the theories behind this and my personal beliefs surrounding this. I don't know if it's going to come in like a deep dive video, if it's just going to be like in a reading vlog, or what my plan is for this yet, but I will be reading this. This is a Book of the Month special edition that took literally the whole month to get to me, and I'm not like that excited for it, but I'm hoping for the best. Maybe it'll surprise me. Doesn't smell great. Maybe this will surprise me though. Maybe I'll have a better time than I'm expecting. Because of the delay of this book, Book of the Month was like, here, have 2 credits. I have basically 1 free credit. And I had to skip because this month's selection was bad, and then they had to, of course, go with a book that was written with AI, and I'm not sure about Book of the Month lately. They're testing me for sure. This one, I Have Theories, was written partly with AI, but of course we don't have fact on that. Whereas this James Foley was like, yeah, no, I did use AI, and you're not going to know when. I was like, oh boy. So Book of the Month is testing me. They don't seem to be taking accountability. Their selection is either good, like okay, or really bad. So I don't know how much longer I might not be keeping Book of the Month a whole lot. I do like that you can kind of a limited skip, so I don't necessarily have to cancel and can just save my 1 or 2 at this current moment credits to maybe buy later. I don't know. We'll figure it out, but they're not pleasing me, okay? That's all that matters. What is Silver Elite about? Because that's probably what you're more interested in. If you haven't heard or haven't seen this around, it's very popular. It's very hyped. It is pitched as a dystopian romantasy similar to the Hunger Games, and also incredibly similar to Fourth Wing. I know that this is about a young girl who's special and has magic abilities, but magic is outlawed in this place, and she's orphaned, and then she ends up going to the school for the bad guys, and she joins the rebels, and she meets a guy, and he's like the Zayden of the world, and I don't really know if there's a whole lot more plot than that. I know there's a rebellion. I know that people are, you know, using powers and whatnot, and I don't really care to know too much more than that. But I'm gonna, this is the one. This is the one I'm going to tell myself that I'm going to read. So we'll see how it goes for me. Wish me luck. And that's going to conclude the TBR. I don't really have anything else to promote or shout out. I think the Literally Dead Book Club's pick is going to be Eat the Ones You Love, which is the same pick that I will be buddy reading with Aaliyah and Richie on the Library Dwellers channel, and we're going to do a book club discussion for her book club, the 4B's book club. So I will be reading that, I know for sure. I have a whole lot of audiobook holds on Libby. My library canceled their Hoopla subscription because it was getting too expensive. It's ruining me. I'm wrecked. It sucks. I'm so sad about it, but it's fine. Libby will hopefully carry me and have everything that I need, and hopefully I won't have to turn to Libro FM and buy a lot of audiobooks because I don't typically re-listen to audiobooks for books that I'm just, testing out. I usually only like purchasing books that I love. So we'll see how that goes for me, but alas, that doesn't matter too much. That's besides the point. I have lots of options of things to read this month, so hoping for the best. So I will be reading Bloom, the Murderbot, the first, is it All Systems Red? The first Murderbot book. And then I will also be reading Summoned to the Wilds, as well as Faithbreaker, Moonwater, and Silver Elite. So this is kind of the full TBR. Those look so nice together. What a nice color palette. So these are going to be all the things that I hope to read, along with so much more. I have quite a few reading vlogs planned to come out, so stick around. I hope you're excited for those. I am mostly excited for them. I will be doing the Amazing Readathon vlogs, and then I will also do the 48-hour face-off. I've got a couple things because I'm working towards completing the hardest reading challenge ever before it ends in July. So that's a big thing I'm working towards this month and next month. So you can see some content coming out for that soon as well. But those are kind of the main focuses of some vlogs I've got going up. I will also have some sit-down videos to chat with you, but I'm gonna get cracking on reading some of these things. I've got plenty to get to, so I will see you guys later. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!